How to think like a lawyer. Some people believe that the compensation that automobile accident lawyers usually ask for are ridiculously high, particularly people who are not familiar with the consequences of a serious auto accident. Even victims being represented in a lawsuit sometimes do not realize that health expenses continuously rise higher and higher, and once the court has awarded you a certain amount, it will be very difficult to come back later and ask for more. People overlook the fact that there are other needs to be met apart from direct hospital and doctor fees, such as in-home healthcare or nursing home facilities, which can be pretty steep. In many cases, accident victims may need special medical equipment installed in their vehicles or in their homes. Additionally, medications and other important medical services may need to be used over a very long period of time. These are some of the considerations a good automobile accident lawyer usually takes into account in arriving at a figure. But you also have to remember that to prove a case, the accident lawyer has to produce adequate evidence to support everything that they are saying. That includes the suffering and inconvenience that their client is going through, which in many cases may include loss of income. The accident lawyer will also need to prove the cause of the accident, which is the only way they will be able to point fingers at the person or persons responsible. This is the difficult part where many lawyers do not get enough help from their clients. It is important for the victim to try their best to remember exactly what happened, including small, seemingly insignificant details. The testimony of the victim will almost always point to all the vital clues and evidence required by an automobile accident lawyer to prove their case and win a client maximum compensation for their suffering. It helps to think like automobile accident lawyers. If you ever need an automobile accident lawyer, here are the steps to do so. One of the most natural occurrences on the roads these days is accidents. Every now and then the two vehicles collide into each other and there is damage and a major mess. If you are involved in a small or a big accident, you should champion your case with an able lawyer if it is not your fault. If a third party has caused you damage, then you should not sit back and watch the drama as it unfolds. Rather, you should start the search for an expert and specialized lawyer that will help you earn a lucrative compensation so that personal and medical damage is taken care of. Accidents can dampen the morale and thinking of a person, but you should not let anger rule you. Hiring an accident lawyer is a difficult job, but you should try a methodical approach so that you can recruit one of the best experts in the field of law. Primarily, you should start by surfing the internet, as everything is just a click away. The world has become a global village with the advent of internet, and selecting an accident attorney in your city is an easy task. With the large database available on the internet will help you make a right choice. In fact, you should start the search by asking your friends if they know any reputable or able lawyers. Reputation of a lawyer is of prime importance, as it is one of the major decisive factors that should be kept in mind while hiring the best talent for your case and protection. You would obviously do a background check and learn details about the number of cases fought and won. Remuneration should be kept in mind also, as your budget is very important as well. An east blend of the above-mentioned factors will help you select one of the most proficient accident lawyers. An accident lawyer should understand the precise and minute details of the case so that there are no mishaps in addressing the case at court. All the pertinent information should be explained to the client, and the chances of winning and losing must be communicated between the lawyer and the customer. Selecting an accident lawyer is not an easy task, and especially making a decision in a tough situation like an accident is complex. You should try your level best to meet face to face and just not rely on mail or telephonic conversations. The skills and personality of the lawyer is important, as he should be able to infuse confidence in the clients. All in all, you should remember that selection of an accident lawyer is a time-consuming task that needs patience at all stages. You should avoid making spontaneous decisions, as it may cost you very dearly. An accident lawyer is not found so easily, so you should be very consistent in your approach, and being high on motivation really helps and makes the search very easy. If you ever need the money, tracking your time like a lawyer is also very valuable. Here are some valuable tips you can use immediately. Non-billable time is holding you back. As an entrepreneur or someone moving from wage slave to wage creator, what is the biggest thing holding you back from earning what you deserve? If you are like most entrepreneurs, then I am assuming that the one thing that is holding you back is wasting your time on activities that are not generating revenue. That is why you need to start tracking your time like a lawyer. Why lawyers are so successful and how you can emulate them. If you spend any time around a lawyer, you will find that they focus on one thing: billable hours. Whether they are in private practice or a large firm, the focus is always on how many billable hours can be squeezed into a day. Though many people dislike lawyers, this principle can be modified to help you become more successful. How to track your day. Before you begin, think about the time you have available to work on billable work. Here is what a typical weekday and weekend breakdown would look like for me. On weekdays, I have 4 hours available outside of my day job for billable tasks. For me, these tasks are time spent writing blog posts, speeches, articles, and white papers. Now use a simple time tracking tool, spreadsheet or free timekeeping application, to track these as billable tasks. Now spend some time figuring out what your non-billable tasks are. Examples from my life are twittering, watching TV, surfing the web, reading, window shopping, and hanging out with friends. Now don't get me wrong, the point is not to stop doing any of these things. The point of this exercise is to help you track what time is spent on revenue versus non-revenue activities and develop the habit of working on revenue-generating habits. As you move from wage slave to wage creator, having this habit will help you keep focus on generating revenue for yourself. The next step in the process is to just track what you are doing and what time is spent doing it. Then at the end of the week, month, quarter and year, you can use this data to determine what amount of time was spent on billable versus non-billable tasks. I find that this can be immensely helpful to figuring out why I am not getting ahead in my dream career of public speaking, writing, and coaching. Last piece of advice. One final piece of advice, make sure that you are assigning an appropriate amount of billable hours to the task before you start. For example, if you are going to write a blog post, assign 45 minutes of billable hours to that post. If it takes an hour and 30 minutes to research and write, bill 45 minutes. Establishing standard billable time is another secret of lawyers that keep them on task and generating revenue. Establishing maximum time for completion on your tasks allows you to be more focused and realize that you can only generate so much revenue out of each assignment. To record in your time management system, take the blog post example. If I have 45 minutes assigned to the post, but it takes me 1 hour, I assign 45 minutes as billable and 15 minutes as non-billable task slack time. Setting up a system to get you moving forward on generating revenue is the best thing you can do to generate more income in the coming months. Thank you for watching. Until next, we will see you soon.